The day after an Alabama win is always a little rough because
Yep. Yep.
there was some celebrating going on.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah. Woo woo woo. Sorry.
okay, but we got to get to some NFL picks for everybody
Yeah.
because that's what the fans want. So,
Yes,
Raj,
sir.
with further ado, because we don't do without 3, 2, 1.
Week 10 NFL picks.
Is it actually week 10?
Yep.
Okay, because I had no idea.
Yeah, me either. At first time I looked at it.
So let's start off. We already missed the Thursday game. I know the Sunday morning game, which I assume was being paid overseas. We both would have picked the Colts. I'm sure nobody would have picked the Pats. Are you falling asleep on me?
I'm thinking. Would I have picked the Pats? I might have picked the Pats just for the hell of it.
No, you would not have, Raj.
Okay,
Friends don't let
okay.
friends pick New England. Bill Belichick thinking about stepping down at the end of the year. I mean,
think
7-3 now if you want to take them.
No. I'm gonna stick. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Pats. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, I didn't think you like picking teams in your own division.
No, not really. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they lose, but I think they're gonna win this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think Belichick does walk away at the end of the year?
No.
That's something for okay.
That's maybe another day, but not this year.
All right. A good one actually. Cleveland and Baltimore.
The Cleveland defense against that Baltimore offense. I'm gonna go with Baltimore to cover in this game. I do think that they put some pressure on Lamar Jackson, but I don't know. Cleveland has been looking like a Super Bowl contender for the past 4 to 5 weeks. So
you mean Baltimore has?
I mean Baltimore. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Cleveland. I mean, if they could get the offensive situation like totally sorted out, this would be a much better game. Myles Garrett might get defensive player of the year, but I do trust Baltimore to score points more than I trust Cleveland, and I think that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I'm going with Baltimore as well. I'm disappointed Miami's not on here, so I can't skip them.
I know you can't make any jokes about it.
I mean, I just feel so out of sorts. All right, Houston at Cincinnati.
That's actually going to look like a good game. I know. I see. They got D'Amico Ryans, Will Anderson, obviously C.J. Stroud, Henry How
long have you been waiting to do that one?
For a while.
Okay.
But I mean, C.J. Stroud's looking like a really, really good quarterback right now. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are playing well. I'm going to go with Cincinnati in this. Well, wait. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are out, right?
Yes. Well, I think Higgins was for sure. The last time I saw Chase was questionable, so I don't know if he was or not.
I'm going to go with Houston in this game.
You almost got an anti-Raj pick.
I'm going to go Houston in this game.
I'm taking Houston, of course. I like the upset potential. I think they're going to play this one tough. Cincy, has, like you said, has been playing much better with injuries starting to catch up to him a little bit. And you can see this maybe a game under the radar for them. So I think Houston goes on the road, gets the upset.
I agree.
Houston trying to get every win so they can justify the Will Anderson trade too as well.
So,
so yeah, they'll be motivated. That brings us to San Francisco and Jacksonville. San Francisco was on top of the world, smoked Dallas, and then
haven't they lost like 3 straight?
They've lost 3 straight. Went from the best in the league to a middle of the pack team. Not even winning their division. I think they might be tied now. Seattle lost their last game, but Deebo Samuel I think is coming back this week.
Yeah,
on the road at Jacksonville, tough place to play, tough team. Line is only 3. Who you got, Raj?
I'm going with Jacksonville. I'm going with Jacksonville in this game. They're looking like Jacksonville the past few weeks have been looking like a top 5 NFL team. So I'm going to roll with Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley.
Does San Francisco lose 4 in a row, though?
They will after today, yes.
I don't know. I don't know if it's anti-Raj or if it's just this. I'm going to take San Francisco on the road.
Okay. To cover?
But
yeah, it's by 3.
But I mean, your pick is a good pick. Jacksonville at home. That's a tough one.
Yep.
Hope Ridley goes off. Hope they have a great game. So I wouldn't mind if they win. I'll eat that one. And we got a couple of Jacksonville fans. We'll have one of them on the show.
Oh yeah,
and they can tell me how bad I am. New Orleans at Minnesota. This is one of those games that is kind of like, Dobbs showed out for Minnesota last game, even though he didn't even start that game. He just came in still on that one versus New Orleans. So I just don't know it. It's like it feels like pieces are there. Michael Thomas, I guess he still traveled with the team. I don't know if they're going to let him play.
That whole situation's weird with Michael Thomas. I just looked at the stuff that popped up on the TV, so not sure how that's going to work out. But I don't think he's going to play today, right?
He still traveled the last thing I saw, so I don't know. The smart thing to do would be to hold him out until they figure the whole thing out. But I don't know. You got to win football games, so who knows?
I'm gonna go with Josh Jacobs in this game.
In Minnesota at home?
Yep.
Yeah, apologies to all my Saints fans, but the certainty around the team and just that offense goes crazy at times. I'm going to pick Minnesota at home too as well.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be an ugly game. Green Bay at Pitt.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in this one.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh at home just because Love has been so up and down. I feel like the defense will do enough, but this is one of those games, man. Like halfway through the third quarter, it could still be like 10-7.
I agree.
Like that. So, Pickett will probably do just enough to help them win. I can't believe Pittsburgh's 5-3 with a chance to go 6-3.
Right.
Like,
I thought they would have a losing record with the way they started the season.
They've been outscored like on the year, so it's like I don't know. Win close games, get blown out, negative point differential. 5-3, maybe 6-3 record.
Yeah.
So, have you been disappointed with the Jordan Love era so far?
Yeah. I mean, the first 2 games he looked pretty good and looked like he was going to have a good season this year, but things just went downhill after that. Well, I think it was game 3 or game 4. Things just went downhill after that.
They kind of cratered him.
Yeah, I think that Matt LaFleur and the whole organization have lost hope, and they're probably going to look to see what they can do with the draft.
All right, Tennessee at Tampa Bay.
I'm going with Will Levis.
Same here. Taking Tennessee.
I'm going with Will Levis in Tennessee.
Yep. I believe in them more than I believe in Tampa Bay's ability to get any points. Football Talk with Bo would love this pick because he hates Baker Mayfield. So, I think Tennessee I don't know what their plan is. Like, are you gonna try and win games? Are you not trying to get a high draft pick? Or are you just trying to see whatever happens? So, somehow they're not even in. What are they, third in their division all of a sudden? So, and what are the Colts, 4-5? So they're last. So I don't know the point. But anyway, I'm taking Tennessee on the road to Tampa Bay.
Same here.
All right. That brings us to afternoon slate. Atlanta at Arizona.
Arizona's having a rough year.
But they wanted this kind of rough year. They don't care.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray might be back in this game
for
whatever reason.
Yeah.
I'm still taking Atlanta on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's not in Arizona's best interest to win games because they have a high draft pick. So I think let's get Kyler out here. See, do we still believe in him at all? Or are we going to use this draft pick on a quarterback?
I agree.
I think that's what it is. And they had an article, actually, Raj. We'll talk about this more on the show about how hard Kyler Murray's contract will be to get off of anyway. So I think they got to pay $37 million or something like that next year, regardless. But anyway, we'll talk about it on the show.
Gotcha.
And if you're not tuning into our show, but you're tuning to this, shame on you.
Shame on you.
All right. Detroit at the Chargers. This seems like a sneaky potential to be a really, really good game here. I hope Gibbs has another breakout. I think Montgomery's come back, but I hope Gibbs has another great game.
Same here.
I'm riding with Ahoda and Detroit. Which, by the way, after I picked Michigan and you didn't, I'm back to favorite Ragtail brother.
So. Ahoda messaged me last night. He's like, I was like, my bad. Shoot, I'm going with Detroit too in this game.
Yeah. Man. You just never know if the Chargers are putting it all together or not. Either.
Yeah.
You know, it's like great game, goofy game, whatever. They're not that far back in their division. But yeah, Detroit just seems like they're on a mission. You know, it feels like the playoffs was inevitable when they started this season, and now I think they want more. So I'm taking Detroit here on the road.
I agree.
Dallas is going to smoke the Giants. I mean, come on.
The line is 17.5.
Doesn't it seem like it might be too low for the way this?
It does. I mean, everything has gone wrong with New York this year. Daniel Jones out with the torn ACL. Saquon's still doing whatever he can, but Dallas is looking like a Super Bowl contender right now. I know they lost to Philly last week, but that was a close game. Dak played well, offense played well, but I mean, this isn't going to be a matchup here.
No,
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. Washington at Seattle. This could be one of those sneaky good games. Like, I'm going to take Seattle at home, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if Washington pushes them, stay within the 6, and makes this an actually decent game. Which, now that I'm looking at the games, at 3:25, do people have to watch either the Giants in Dallas or Washington in Seattle?
Yep. Of course, I'll be watching the Cowboys.
For how long? First quarter game might be over.
Maybe into the second quarter.
You might see Cooper Rush and who's that kid they just got from San Francisco?
Trey Lance.
You might see Trey Lance in the third quarter. Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking Seattle at home against Washington.
Okay.
Shame on the NFL for putting this crap out here. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Seattle too. Looks like the Commanders are kind of rebuilding. They got rid of Sweat, got rid of Chase Young. I think there's a lot of disgruntled people in the locker room. Obviously, Jonathan Allen with his post-game report or post-game press conference a couple of weeks ago, he was honest. I think he wanted to say some other stuff, but he didn't want to get too much in trouble.
he's like, listen, I'm just shutting up so I don't get fined. Yeah, but basically, dang it, this sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna go see. I feel that. And then final game of that day, the Jets at the Raiders.
How is this a Sunday night game? Yeah,
I don't know, man. This the Jets shouldn't be in prime time anymore.
Right?
Like, it's just awful. I'm a roll with them with the better defense. I do, obviously with that line +1, Raiders do keep it close. I think firing everybody and having O'Connell in there, the team has played a little better, but I just don't think they move the ball enough against the Jets. And sneakily, I think the Raiders are a top 10 defense as well. So
yep.
This could be if you tell me this game ended 13-10, I will not be shocked.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Really?
I just don't think Zach Wilson and the Jets are going to do what it takes to get the points on the board. So I'm going to go with the Raiders in this game.
Yeah. I actually listened to a Jets podcast, and the guy was basically like, I don't know what else you expect the defense to do except score.
Yeah.
They had a fumble in the last game, and instead of jumping on it, the guy tried to scoop and score. And he said that's because the defense is so desperate that they think if they don't get a point, they might.
Right. What else is there to do? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching some Alabama offenses before where I thought that was the case too, where I thought if the defense doesn't score, we're not getting this in there. So.
I think it was earlier on this year too. That was our mentality. It's like the defense is gonna have to win the games because the offense just can't do it.
Yep.
Luckily, things have changed.
Yes. And then the I don't know how this is the Monday night game. Like I don't who's doing this? Denver and Buffalo?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo's offense.
Yeah, that just seems like a get right game for Buffalo, who's been kind of floundering in the past week.
Yeah.
So, but why? Like, why? Like,
I think when they first scheduled this game at the beginning of it was like, oh yeah, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills. This is gonna be a good game. And then the season started. Yeah. And I don't know if they have the option of moving things around, but it's like, oh well.
I don't think for Mondays. I thought they could flex in the Sunday night game, which doesn't make sense. Why it's still the Jets and
Raiders. Yeah.
This is. And the only thing I think for Sunday night is they really want people to go to Vegas. But come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's awful, and this is awful, too. Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo at home. I'm talking more about how awful the game is than the actual game. Buffalo rolls.
So. Gotcha.
All right, Raj. We got through. I might go back to bed.
Me too.
So sad. We're old. All right, let's take us out. 3, 2, 1.
Outro music. That's it. It's over.
Roll Tide and go Texans.